Hi, and welcome to today's episode of Off the Record. Today we're speaking to Tom Atkins. Tom has a hearing impairment, and just think about that for a second. He went to guitar school, he went to the Musicians Institute, and I think back in those days it would have been called the Guitar Institute Technology. He was told by many people who were very close to him, don't go, but he went anyway. He went and got the job done. And now Tom is a app developer, and his podcast, All Around the Fretboard, has been featured at the WWDC in Apple, which is the Worldwide Developers Conference, which is slightly awesome. And he also has a brand new record that's just out, which we'll be discussing today. And probably the most interesting thing, which I had to film, it has to be seen to be believed. When Tom was learning guitar back in the day, as we all do, we try and pick up something off the record, we try and copy it, mimic it. And because of his hearing impairment, he learned Sweet Child of Mine in a way I've never seen before. So, follow your dreams, be like Tom, chase them. Don't let something get in the way of it. Do what's true to you. Rock and roll. Make sure you like and subscribe. Today, welcome on Off the Record, we have
Tom Atkins.
And we're coming live from New York in this hotel. What hotel?
New York. We're in Marriott.
The Marriott.
East Side.
East Side. I don't even know how to do that. I didn't know.
East Side. East would be like what? East. There you go.
East. Okay, there you go.
East.
Well, that's actually east to you, not to me.
But no, that's an E. But if you have cursive.
So, what have you released? So, what's the record you've got?
I got a new album called About Time.
Yep.
It's from Tom Atkins Band. It's my band. It took about a year to do. Recorded it in basically got it out right around time for Generation X coming around in November of 2018.
Wow.
So
Okay,
I
cool.
got it done.
Excellent. And how many tracks is on it?
12.
12 tracks.
I have actually wrote 18 for it and 12 made it. So.
And who's singing on it?
I am.
So you're singing and playing.
I'm singing and playing.
Excellent.
First time.
Yeah, and we'll just put a little insert about here, or here, or here. We'll put it somewhere. And there's heaps of shredding.
Heaps of shredding.
Heaps.
Tons. Way too many. Way too many.
What's
Actually, even played the riff for the inspiration. Several of the tracks were instrumental. And what happened was when I was trying to do the record, I was trying to write all the songs, and I had a couple tunes that I couldn't really fit lyrics to, and then I had the melodies, but I couldn't write the lyrics to it. No lyrics were really working. So I kept them as instrumental. And then a couple tracks, there was no way anyone could sing over them. So it was pretty much all guitar. So.
Awesome. And are you going to release all that content on another record, just instrumentals?
Yes, I have going to be About Time Playgrounds mix, which is currently is being like remastered. Well, it's actually got mastered, but I actually have to change the pitch because one of the things that happened was I recorded the entire album in E flat.
Yeah, right.
So that was an oops if you want to have people playing along with you. And basically, that was a pretty bad oops because Steve I, as you know, has naked tracks. And so you can play to any of his tracks and you can get better at his hit songs or just get better at improvising. And so when I did mine, I thought, people would really like to do this, and I talked to our buddy Chris Stark. He goes, yeah, you want to jam on this stuff, but he goes, well, Tom, what the F's up with this tuning? I'm like, oops, yeah. So some of these tracks were in E flat, and some of them were not in E flat. So I actually have another track which is called Feeding Frenzy, which you Aussies would love because it's all about sharks.
Excellent.
And it's but basically it's all this shredding, like a drop B. The first time I had a drop B, I got a Ibanez Universe at the Vi Academy 4.
Yeah, that's when I met you.
No, was it?
Yeah,
I thought I
so.
met you before. I've known you for a long time, my friend. You sure it was that? You sure it was that?
I can't remember what I know this.
All right.
But so what guitar do you play? Is this a new one?
This is the newest one I got at Vi 5.
Right, cool.
The Ibanez Genesis RG550R Genesis, I think.
Yep, cool.
So,
And what do you normally play? What kind of amp do you play?
I usually play Les Paul Studio that you've seen.
Yep.
I think I candidly called her Iris.
Yes.
I've given her a new name. It's
Cool.
named after Jodie Foster's character in Taxi Driver. Because that's what it looks like. It looks like it's had a hard life. And then I play Fender Strats, and I play any guitars I can get my hands on. I'm trying to be good. I have a couple. I have a small fleet, just 12.
Yep.
I keep 12. Once I get 13, I give one. I move along, but I sell it or whatever, or set fire to it.
And so living in New York, I guess it's been pretty handy because just since I've been here in New York, we've seen Greg Howell, and tonight we saw Guthrie Govan.
Yeah, and we
Guthrie
saw
Govan.
Guthrie Govan, and we saw John Pizzarelli.
Yeah. Oh man, he's a monster.
At Birdland the other day.
Went to
The amazing
Birdland.
John Pizzarelli, who has an awesome show on NPR or on public broadcasting called Radio Deluxe, which is all jazz.
Right.
It's awesome. You guys can listen to it every.
And which is a good segue to you run a podcast.
Yes, I have a podcast. I have
What's
a
it called?
podcast called All Around the Fretboard.
All around the fretboard.
And the first podcast came about. I was at the Apple Worldwide Developers Conference in San Jose.
Oh, I really want to go to one. I used to work for Apple.
You used to work for Apple?
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I left to
do this.
to do the music.
The glory.
Yeah.
You went to really rock and roll. That's what you went for. This guy, I've never seen him more entertaining a drummer or a guitar player. Oh my God. Whatever.
You sound slouch yourself, man. You're awesome.
No, at Palm Springs, we were definitely having fun. You and I were definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Steve I calls it the ham is cooking. When the ham is cooking, that's we both love that. Entertainment's important. If you're going to be a guitar player, it's one thing to just sit in the background. If you're a background, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Like you can just be supporting your artist, but if we're artists, you can't be in the background. You have to command attention. And I think I probably played. My band's been together since 2015, and we've done about self-booked up from the Albany area, Capital District, New York. Represent. If I put the A there, I got no gang signs. I can't do it. But
we did go head to head a couple of times.
We did. We had a lot of fun. We definitely had a lot of fun. It's that's what we're kindred spirits. I could tell right away that we pretty much are.
Crazy Americans.
Crazy Americans. I believe it's crazy Americans, crazy Australians. This guy's on a completely different sleep schedule, and he doesn't sleep. He's out till all hours. I was out with him, so it's not like we're.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And so maybe segueing into, so what about the
So the podcast. I was at Apple WWDC, and Apple had set up a podcast booth so you could try out your ideas for podcasts. And so randomly generated an idea that I could do. I've been trying to do this for a long time, but I was always very critical of how much time is it going to take? Is it,
you should get me on your podcast.
Idea. Hello. Done.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Done.
Right.
And done.
Okay, see.
All right. So then, so basically, turned around and I thought of it, and I had 10 minutes. When they notified in typical Apple fashion, perhaps they let me know I had 10 minutes and I was going to be on. So I had to record this podcast, and they had some staff that record the mics, and they had everything set up, and they had it set up so I could call someone. So I called our friend Chris Stark, and I gave him no warning. I gave him nothing. I called him from San Jose, and he was at work.
So you were at Apple at one of the WWDC?
I was at Apple.
Yeah,
he was at work, and he had no idea I was calling him for this.
So you're from California?
Yes.
To Hawaii?
Right.
That's awesome.
And he was at work. So then I said,
On the telescope.
And Chris, I said, I realize you're at work, and I said, Chris, I realize you're at work, but do you have time for us to do that podcast that we talked about? the number of times that we've talked about it, which is too many. And then I turned around and told him, a half hour, give me a half hour, and I can probably clear anyone out of my office and actually talk to you. And what happened was, I pretty much then called Chris live as I'm doing this podcast, and he answered, thankfully. That would have been so embarrassing. And then he answered, and then pretty much we did a really quick interview talking about the work that he was doing for Electric Sky. Now, Chris put a gargantuan no sleep. You probably didn't sleep for 6 months, which is no different than now. We didn't sleep at all if I can't be there. But basically, he put together this, which featured guitar players from everywhere, and I got to be the lucky guy to play on 3 tracks.
Awesome. Because you're an awesome player.
Well, awesome player. I think I was kind of milking the town a little bit. I kept calling him and kept going, what else can I do? How else can I help you, Chris? What do you need? Because you were a monster putting this together. And I think that
you did an amazing job in the amount of time.
I believe, it's an incredible job in a very short period of time. It took me a year to do my full record. A year. He did this in less than 6 months on his own, which is less than 6 months? 4 months.
My record took nearly 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. Just writing and arranging.
Your album was, how to say it? You put so much into that record. It just shines off the CD. You can feel the raw emotion coming off of it. It's an amazing record. It's very deep. That one, I think, there's a second track. What's titled?
F12 Resonant.
F12, and that's a deep.
Yeah.
That's a deep. You can hear it. You can feel that.
F12 stands for 1, 2. Yeah.
So it's angry. I thought it was sad. Once again, when people hear, you have no control, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But there's a track in there that I could physically feel grief, and I knew it was deep.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe it wasn't F12. The most important thing that happened out of that was when you gave me that. I brought it on iTunes.
Yep.
And I listened to it on that, and now I have the CD, which is great because I can encode it higher.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah.
But, and everybody likes to do the different stuff with that. That's why with my CD I did the similar thing. I put it, you can buy the CDs off my website, and then you get the CD. Or you can go to Apple, iTunes, and get the CD that way.
Yeah.
Or you can go to Spotify. The one thing I've been really lucky at is I figured out the best thing of branding is that make it easy for people to find.
Right.
So, Facebook.com/Tom Atkins Band, Instagram.com/Tom Atkins Band.
Yeah, so
Twitter.com/Tom Atkins Band. There's a pattern. You should be listening.
Yeah.
And if I get enough subscribers on YouTube, it will be YouTube/Tom Atkins Band. So I need subscribers. I put up crazy videos of playing.
Well, we'll put his little link down here somewhere in the comments. Yeah.
Pointing out the link.
So I guess, to tie it all together. You're very, very active in the scene, and it's great that we've been actually supporting other artists.
I think I'm very active. Having a full-time job, I have a great job with the state of New York that I get to design iOS applications using Swift.
On the iPhone?
Yeah, iPhone.
You're an app developer.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What the hell?
And then,
I never knew that.
And
hence why you're at the WWDC. Oh man!
Hey, you were tying it together, man. I want to tell you.
Well, we just tied it. You're an iPhone app developer?
Yeah. I built an app for the first app. I just got done with it in June this year, and it was for the blind. There's a committee of the blind in New York State that actually has people who are blind that own stores. They actually own market stores where people go and buy stuff. And so New York State sends inspectors to help those blind people get your job done easier, be able to do stuff so it's completely accessible, which is what my specialty. Before I did app, I was a web guy, which is every guitar player is a web guy in one way or another. We have to do a website.
Fair enough, yeah.
Never leave the website to the drummers. We know that already. So, but basically, always turn around and put the...
Because that's relevant.
Well, unless they're the leader of the band, in which case, don't tell them about all tags and say, he's the drummer, he can't get time.
I actually thought...
No, that's a bad drummer jokes. Well, we love it.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, time...
Edit out the drum stuff. I love drummers. We just saw the most amazing drummer, Marco Miniman. Is it Marco? Marcus Melvin?
Marco.
How you said Marco?
Marco.
Marco?
Yeah.
Jeez, I better say his name right because he hit the hell out of him.
Disembodied voice from.
He hit the hell out of him.
He's amazing. Yeah.
I've never. I mean, oh my God! You think that Dream Theater had to choose between him and the guy they have? I think they all made the right choice.
Yeah.
But he's amazing. But they had to go through Gavon, so it's, they had to go through Gavon to figure out with that stuff.
Exactly.
He was at the first fight camp.
Yes.
Full
So yeah, so wrapping it up, take 2, cut. So you're active and you've got a new record coming out soon. And
Yes.
I'll put a link down here with your website on how to get your record.
The old record, I have 2 records out as a Tom Atkins band. I have a flurry. Is a flurry the right word? I have a plethora of albums out.
Flurry.
A flurry of plethora. I can't even say the word. But basically, I have a whole bunch of records out. I started making my own records in 1995.
Wow.
And
so that means you're only 22.
so I've been doing a lot of stuff on my own, up in the wilderness of the Albany Siberian, the American Siberia of Albany.
Awesome. Cool. Or maybe do you want to play some guitar, play us out?
Sure.
And show some shredding or some sort. Let's see.
Take 2.
Oh, you want me to do some guitar?
It's your show, man.
Oh, I think you should do some.
What are you doing when you do that? I'm stopping you. You did some weird thing when you flipped up on the top there.
Flipped up to the top.
Oh yeah. What was that? You flipping around the other side?
Oh, this one. This one.
So that's like the Jeff Healy thing. You can see, right?
Sorry?
You can see, right?
Yeah, but I
I don't know
changed
if
the
I'm making that for him.
I changed the modern. So the modern, I'd say modern back. I changed the finger pattern. Can't do it now, I'm going to warm up.
This guitar is a toy. It's a toy. It's a nice toy.
Alright, go turn. You quickly play something.
That.
I'll cut my bit out. Sick. It's awesome. Sick. See you again next time. Make sure you check out the Tom Atkins Band. Make sure you like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe.